rocks you.
We're not done yet. Oh no, we're far from done. Neeb,
I would say we're not even halfway done.
I think you're right. We're not even halfway done, at least as far as how long today should last. Neeb does 3-1 Rogue. That is insane. Neeb has taken the first of those 4 spots in the Final Four, which is really exciting. What a twist in this GSL.
That's so awesome. My God, it is. Look at that thing up at the top, Global StarCraft 2 League. That's actually what GSL means.
Yeah, we didn't end up having it be that global until, well, I guess just recently.
Yeah. It's an amazing world that we live in right now, and to have him there in a possible Royal Rotor, it's just, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I can't wait to that round of 4.
네.
But first we got this match, which is a badass match too.
선수가 담석 수술을 하고 오셨다고
Before we
들었습니다.
have today's matches,
몸 상태가 어떠신가요?
Leenock, we actually understand that you just had an operation.
To remove gallstones.
Remove gallstones, thank you.
그래요. 아까 움직임
I'm feeling pretty okay though today. I think I should be all right.
영향이 아직은 있는 것 같거든요.
통증이 살짝 있긴 한데.
Seems like your movement isn't that natural though. You sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm still in a little bit of pain, but it's bearable.
원래
How was your preparation since you had an operation?
네.
약간 좀 고집 부려가지고 토요일 날 바로 퇴원했다가
네.
바로 의사만.
So I was supposed to get out of the hospital on Monday.
세상 깨달았고.
네. 이렇게
But I said I need to get out of the hospital earlier than that to prepare. Damn.
이동영 선수에게서 확인할 수가 있었는데요. 전태양 선수와도 이야기 나눠보겠습니다. 자, 두 번째 올라온.
Let's talk to TY.
오늘 컨디션 어떠세요?
It's your second time in the finals, in the quarterfinals. Excuse me. How do you feel?
아침에 좀 속이 안 좋아서 저도
Up until yesterday, I was feeling pretty good, but
증세가 있어서 병원에
전염이요?
병원에 갔다 왔거든요. 그래서 사실 동영이
I've been feeling a little bit sick to my stomach, so I actually went to see a doctor. I haven't been feeling that good lately.
컨디션 싸움으로 끌고 가서 이겨야겠다는 생각이었는데 갑자기
I'm pretty worried taking on Leenock.
왠지 되게 불안합니다.
So I'm hoping I can really bring best play
오늘 8강 이 경기는 컨셉이 좀
and hope bring out some favorable
독특합니다.
results.
자, 16강에서 전태양 선수가 폐관 수련을 하고 왔다 이렇게 밝혔었거든요. 오늘 이동영 선수를 상대로는 어떤 준비를 하고 오셨는지.
일단 폐관 수련을 했을 때 당시에
So you said you've been playing with a lot of the non-Korean players out here. How's the prep with them been?
많지가 않았어요. 한 3일밖에 없어서 사실상 준비를 거의 못했고 그래서 오늘 되게 불안한 상황인 것 같아요.
I'd say for today's matches, I didn't feel like I had enough time to prep.
안 해도 이긴다.
Up until round of 16, I was mostly just prepping against Protoss.
정말로.
정말로
So I don't know how it's gonna go.
이기고 싶다 말씀을 하셨습니다. 자, 6년 만에
She said, "Are
오늘
you confident without practicing?"
이동영
He says no.
선수에게는 지금 이 자리가 어느 정도로
But he does want to win.
일단 되게 올라가고.
Leenock, it's been a while to see you in the quarterfinals. Are you feeling desperate to get to the Final Four?
그래도 어차피 스타트는.
It's really important to me that I advance today.
VOD는 누워서 계속.
But of course, being hospitalized, I wasn't able to practice as much.
전략 게임이다
But
말씀을 해주셨거든요.
you know, it's not just playing a lot; it's about having the knowledge. It's about the strategy as well. So I'm gonna have to rely on that quite a bit. So before we start the matches, any words you'd like to say to each other? Leenock, how about you go first?
대회에서 만난 적이 거의 없는 것 같은데 오랜만에 만났는데.
Well, we haven't really met a lot in the past, so it's cool to be playing TY now. Let's have some fun, TY. And you, TY.
좀 더 치료받을 시간을 주고 싶습니다.
So Leenock, I think he still needs more time to recover. You shouldn't have come in today. Hopefully you can get some rest after this.
과연 어떤 선수가 올라갈까요?
All right.
지금까지 이동영, 정태한 선수 만나봤습니다.
That's our interview. Get him to the booth.
Yeah.
Get him out of those chairs.
So, wow, first official match in 5 years.
Wow.
Okay, so I mean, TY is probably overall my favorite professional gamer in StarCraft 2. Like I have loved him a long time, Tasteless.
Yeah.
And like there's 3 players that I always say are gonna win: Rogue, TY, and Zest.
Yeah.
Almost no matter what across the board for years, I just been, oh yeah, this he's got it, you know, a favorite of the tournament, all this crap, right? I'm a little bit disappointed that TY felt he needed to tell us that I woke up today, I felt a little bit sick. Meanwhile, Leenock was supposed to be in the hospital till Monday because he had a surgery for gallstones, and he checked himself out early to get here.
I do hope he can play well, though. I mean, that's
God.
recovering from that. I mean, you know,
I
he's going to be in some pain. It's like, oh, careful, man.
Dude, okay, before the gallstone thing, I was certain that Leenock would be able to take out TY, which, again, I never really bet against TY because I think he's basically the smartest pro gamer on Earth. But I was pretty darn sure. Now, the fact that he's kind of in pain, but he says it's manageable, he's supposed to still be in the hospital and stuff, I don't know exactly how he feels or how he's going to perform, but I'm a little bit nervous that he might just get wiped.
I mean, this is where life just kind of blindsides you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, okay, well, obviously
Some bad
you got to get that taken care of, you know? TY, though, I mean, I don't know. You know, TY is somebody who's so practiced, so prepared, and frankly has had way more success than Leenock has lately. Now, Leenock's looking better than we've ever seen before. So maybe he could upset TY here, but I feel like TY is supposed to beat Leenock. I mean, I guess if we look at the games that Leenock's delivered in this season, it's pretty insane. Yeah. But besides that, you would just expect TY to advance, especially if Leenock's not feeling 100% from that surgery.
Well, I think that right now, if Leenock played 100% to his level, I would absolutely favor him against TY. I don't know how he's going to play tonight. And TY is, like, you should never, ever count him out of anything ever. He's TY. He's more experienced and smarter than basically everybody in the game.
Yeah. Game 1 is going to be on 16-bit. This is a best of 5 to get to the third remaining spot in the final 4 of the GSL Code S. Let's go.
Match 1. Fight!
I didn't even know that's what it said.
Leenock.
This is his coming out again party. Playing the best StarCraft of his life this season.
Splice. TY.
Of course, a round of 8 is not a round of 8 without TY. Like, he's always deep in every tournament, and he should be, because he's the guy. So, yeah, man. Leenock has just been so strong this season. And I'm hoping that he can continue to play up to this level because it's been so long for him to get good results, whereas TY is one of the biggest money winners ever. You know, he's someone that has enough championships at this point. He's been on stage countless times.
Yeah, let's see how this game goes. Again, still a little bit worried for Leenock. Just that's so rough to hear that he got out of surgery.
Yeah,
life is truly not fair. You know,
it's it's a tough thing that hey, offline match history 1-5 in Legacy of the Void. Thought they hadn't played since Wings Liberty. What's that all about?
Was that No, that was GSL only.
Oh, that was GSL only.
Yeah. So they played in other matches, yeah.
Okay, Tasteless, you win this time.
Sit
Tasteless.
back down, Artosis, okay? Getting all rowdy over here in our casts.
Oh my.
All right, so we got the factory coming along now. Now on this map, all the races, of course, you get a free base in the back, but a lot of Zergs, the way they approach it is they take that free base a little bit later on, just because that's sometimes when things are heating up. Zerg really need to get another base in order to keep playing and doing well. So we might even see Leenock, yeah, he's beat me to it, expand out here on the map and take that free base later on.
Yeah, it's a cool way to play. I like it. It almost gets funny sometimes if they don't take it for a really long time. It's like, are you gonna ever take that base? But by the way, something that he mentioned, proxy start corner, something that Leenock mentioned, I believe in his interview, that it's RTS, it's like a real-time strategy. It's not just practicing, it's also thinking. I believe he said in the interview that he thought a lot, right? Because he's been in the hospital and stuff, unable to play as much as he wanted. But sometimes this can be a good thing for pro gamers, because if all you're doing is just practice, there's this whole other aspect of like really thinking out your play, thinking out your builds, thinking strategically, what should I do against this guy? So there's actually the possibility, and now that almost looked like that leg was coming off the edge. I'm like, what? But there's almost like this small possibility, right, that we could, have Leenock gaining an advantage from this type of situation because he comes in mentally very prepared, having prepared in his own mind. It's just kind of an interesting thing to think about. You know what I mean?
It is a good point. Like, for those of you guys at home, if you're grinding a ton and you're not seeing any success, the answer might not be to grind more. Like, you have to do everything with a sense of purpose. Sometimes it's even better to go on a walk and think about your play. Yeah. Think about what you're doing. Maybe spend all day reviewing your games, reviewing other games and taking notes. Okay, hold up. Here comes that Hellion drop. Now, Leenock has not pulled the drones. The damage is really starting to mount here. 7 kills so far. Still 4 Hellions in the fight.
Yeah, that's some awesome damage so far here from Leenock. Look at that, 8 kills, loses 1 Hellion and takes some damage on a medevac. That is really, really worthwhile. Don't know his story, but not doing as well as his friends.
So there was 1 Hellion up there.
Yeah, that's some significant damage. That was really nice.
And here comes the next phase. Liberator coming up. Looks like TY is going to rotate the 3 Hellions over to the third base while the Liberator hits the main. Looks like a creep teamer should have spotted that. Liberator coming up now. Okay, I mean, man, there's more kills. 3 Hellions still in the fight.
Yeah, TY really showing his strength here, dealing so much damage to Leenock already.
Oh
Look
my
at
God,
that.
this is kind of a...
So we've had 18 drone kills already this game. Looks like more might be on the way.
Hold your tongue, Artosis. It gets worse.
Yeah.
16. Oh my God. Okay, now I am worried for Leenock in this series.
Yeah, 27 drones. That's too much. It is just too much damage.
Yeah. In fact, he's still doing damage. This is the same Liberator from earlier. He's like, I'm going to go over here now. I'm taking a whole tour.
Yeah. And
yep, even targets down more drones.
Yeah.
Ah!
The damage is unreal. Like, to kill this many drones for that, he didn't put that much in, right? It's like a medevac, 5 Hellions, I believe, and a Liberator. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. Leenock, Rogue, Sue, Dark, Serral. TY does that much damage to you, we're moving on to game 2 just about. You know,
it's this is the burden of the Zerg is to defend that attack, and that attack went so well. We don't normally see it do that well in GSL. Certainly, 2 different players with different skills in the ladder, yeah, that will happen, right? Now we've got Banshees coming in here. Looks like TY fake pushing out. Yeah. He's going to stay back here and wants to throw Leenock off here with the Banshee coming out. And I mean, there's eventually going to be medevacs coming out, and the push from TY should be almost unstoppable.
Oh man, dude, he has no detection in the main base.
Yeah, no, this is he might
just leave.
He might just tap out and be like, okay.
It would not be like, it's okay to stay to just kind of get an idea of what TY's up to, but this is too much damage. The game is lost.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I'm feeling really bad for Leenock.
Yeah.
He had such a good run so far. Now it's not over yet. This is more than enough damage. I mean, even if these Banshees had not been made and had not come in here and done damage, he would still be in good shape. But the fact that the Banshees are just continuing to roam.
Well, what I'm actually more worried about than the fact that this is a game loss is that obviously Leenock has checked himself out of the hospital early to be here. And the thing is, he was like, I'm kind of feeling the pain is all manageable and stuff. I think I can play well today. Do you lose all your confidence after this game? Do you say, oh man, I'm not able to do it right now?
It is a little bit scary, right? I mean, morale is a real thing in a best of 5, Artosis, and having a crushing game 1 is not going to help you, especially not if you're under the weather here too.
Yeah. Man. It's hard to even know what to say at this point. Like, Leenock's in so much trouble. He's trying to make something happen here. He does have links and speed bait, so I guess he's going to actually clean this one up. So that was a nice cleaning of that push, but he's playing against Mech, and he's gone for Zergling-based play, right? We see +2 melee on the way. We did see, what was it, Dark, kind of freestyle a mass Ling Bane into Ultralist strategy against Mech and somehow make it work, but it was the entire time we were kind of sitting there questioning it and thinking, I don't know if this works twice, you know?
Yeah.
And that was Dark versus Gumio, yeah, in the round of 16 is where we saw that. It was, and I mean, it was super cool, but is Leenock, after losing 50-ish drones so far this game, going to be able to make something like this work? I'm hard-pressed to say yes.
Well,
I mean, I want to believe that he can come back from here, though.
That's the thing is, you know, initially you might look at that push, or someone might look at that push, and say, oh, you know what? He held off that attack. And it's like, no, man, those are Marines. He only had those Marines so he could be safe against while going into mech.
Yeah.
So the real attacks haven't even come yet.
Well, the Thor drops are coming out. Luckily for Leenock, he does have Hydras, so that is definitely one way to try to fight back against this type of composition. Here we go. Some Banelings actually hitting the Thors. Okay, there you go. He actually sends a few passes now towards those Hellions.
Leenock's starting to stabilize here. I mean, these little pokes are really not doing that much. I guess the bigger question, though, is when TY gets maxed out.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, we see Swarm hosts are being made here. So,
and I love me some Swarm hosts against Mech, but I think it's going to be too little, too late.
Yeah.
It's not that they're the most expensive unit, but he's put a bunch of his money into it. He's going to launch them. There's enough Hellbats plus Medevacs that they're going to be able to absorb it for a bit, and TY is going to hit his max push, and that is going to be one hard push to stop. It's coming, Tasteless.
It's coming. The trailer is playing for the TY push. People are buying their tickets.
Yeah.
It is a horror movie if you are a Zerg player.
If you play that theme song backwards, Tasteless, it's a satanic voice saying, all your drones have gone to hell.
Okay, season Swarm hosts are coming. Here comes the push. I just don't know if there's anything that you can really do. We even see Hellbat drops, I should say, are going to be over here doing a lot of damage.
Kind of funny.
I mean, TY, I think, might be able to come in here and bludgeon this.
Hold on, Banelings, if you can clear the Hellions before the tank siege, then that's where the Swarm hosts actually can clear the tanks. He kills some of them, but I don't think quite enough.
Okay. Banelings coming forward. Some of those Hellions. All right, that's it. Leenock taps out. GG. TY takes game number 1.
All right. Leenock just lost so many drones. There was...
Yeah, that had nothing to do with the ending attack. It was all the workers that were killed off to where it doesn't really matter what Zerg's trying to do. You're not going to have enough.
And that truly a game like that can happen to any Zerg, just occasionally. You're going to have a game where everything goes wrong. It's just... Here's the question. Is Leenock actually in playable shape to hit a round of 4 today? And if he is, but it's just one of those random games where everything went wrong, is this going to impact his mentality greatly? Because you got to have questions about yourself. Like, am I really going to be able to play well today? Sometimes you feel like, yeah, and it's not the case.
Yeah, and then the games are
you're playing
a disaster.
Because if you're even playing at 90% against TY, you're done.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, the fact that he lost all those workers and then tried attacking is something and then lost. I mean, that was a rough game for Leenock. Guys, we're going to go onto the map Lost and Found. Right now, TY with a 1-0 lead. Leenock needs to turn around. He just got out of the hospital. In fact, checked himself out early. Good luck, Leenock, because TY so far today has delivered.
Match 2. Fight. Leenock. Splice. TY.
Yeah, so just have to kind kind of sit back and wait and see. I think that TY is going to keep early harassment pressure on high. I don't think it's going to be any slow, just macro things. Like, for sure, he should be running around trying to get some drone kills, trying to mix something up early on Leenock, and see if you can continue this trend. Because that's the thing is, if you're a little bit off, right, your units are a little bit late or a little bit out of position, TY is going to get the easiest round of 4 of his life.
I'm really hoping that Leenock does not get 3-0'd here. That's going to be so sad, especially if he's checked himself out of the hospital. I mean, it really shows how committed he is to the game. But I'm really hoping we have better games here.
Yeah, I don't
For
want
Leenock's sake, you know, even if TY wins and moves on, okay, fine. He might have done that no matter what, you know, but just to have a better series.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even, did I win or lose the game? It's like, how did the games go? Did I feel like I played my best?
Yeah. Playing well and playing terribly are two very different feelings. Like, if you lose in both ways, if you play poorly and you lose, it's just like regret and sadness.
Yeah.
If you play well and you lose, you know, it could be a bump to your ego or something.
Oh,
but
yeah. Sometimes
at least you're like, you know what? If it's against someone like TY, it shouldn't really be a bump to your ego at that point, right?
Oh, exactly.
If Leenock plays well and loses him, he's like, all right, I mean, you know, it's TY, multiple tournament champion, badass.
Yeah, sometimes you'll have a long, drawn-out game, and even when you type out GG, you'll say, man, that was a hell of a game. I had a good time doing that. And, you know, you can go back and look at what you did and say, all right, I played well, but it looks like, okay, here's the spot. Here's where I made that mistake. And if I make these small adjustments, I could probably come back and be fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine if that Overlord dies. I'm just like, all right, guys, it's 3-0.
All right, guys, I'm going to pack it up. Unplug his keyboard and mouse.
Okay, well.
You think we're going to see more meching?
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing it, to be honest. Like, I really do like the mech pushes right now, especially against someone like Leenock, who has shown us, like against Maru, that playing against the bio style. The thing is with mech, I feel like you always have this one push that's really hard for Zerg to deal with, and the whole game, I mean, is a well-fought game. Whereas with bio, if you don't do damage early, it doesn't feel like the game ever ends early, right? Like, you're never going to kill the Zerg sharply at that point. Whereas mech, I don't know, that's just kind of the feel I get from our more recent TVC meta that we've had at GSL.
Yeah.
The way that the games have looked here.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens here. It's just, I'm always interested in where Terrans are deciding they want the matchup to go, because it's ultimately up to them. Do you want to go infantry? Do you want to go mech? Now we have the two medevacs coming out with infantry here. And it's cool to see if you have a player who commits to one, or if he's just trying to rotate it in and out constantly, like we've seen Gumiho do. And actually TY do a decent amount.
Now this is kind of an interesting attack that we have coming out from TY. Leenock sniffed it out because 3 Lings ran in. There were no Marines there. So trying to get into position right now. Does have that one Widow Mine.
Okay, pushing forward. No scan yet to kill the creep tumors.
And a technical push here. Oh wow, the Queen actually eats that shot. That's actually really good for
I was quite surprised by
Leenock.
that. I actually thought the shot was going to hit the Lings initially.
There is an armory on the way. Now, there's a small possibility it's only for Hellbats, but definitely could be mech coming up again. Leenock once again going for Zergling upgrades.
Kind of cool to see these two Hellions come down with this group. So ideally, guys, you want that Widow Mine hit to hit all the Lings. And then it's really easy to just control the infantry. You start killing queens and doing the damage you need to do. So I don't think Leenock is going to get busted here, but sending the Hellions in with this is kind of an interesting touch on what we already have.
Now they're Hellbats, so that definitely helps out quite a bit. He
Yeah.
doesn't have any Banelings or anything like that. He has 4 queens, he has some transfusion energy.
This Hellbat positioning is really good.
Yeah.
It's like very hard to get the ideal surround on all of them. But there's so many Lings here from Leenock.
Yeah, he'll clean that up without too much problem.
And that is the end of that attack. I mean, even the medevac was killed off. Looks like there's a Liberator over here.
Actually a really fantastic Liberator. Oh my god, already 4 drone kills. Gonna get another one right there. And really utilizing the fact that the queens are out of position to deal with those Hellbats. You really have to draw all your forces together. Deal with the push like that. Oh, nice transfusion as well.
Okay, I mean, this is the game that we needed to see here from Leenock so far. He's kind of holding off everything, even slowing down that command center, which is made just outside the front. In fact, I think there's 2 command centers being made. Am I wrong?
Oh, you
There was
might be
one
right.
of them main. I think there was. I swear that was a command center that was outside the front.
I mean, it could be. Going to bring back, channel the Spirit for GG at this point. How many command centers are we going to get? But, oh wow, these Hellions come and roast some drones immediately there.
You know, even if TY's initial attack doesn't do that much damage, he's still pretty precise with the follow-ups.
Oh yeah. TY has just always been so good at this aspect of the game. It's multitasking, it's multi-front harassment. Whoa.
15 worker kills again.
Okay. I mean, that was definitely very good. But Leenock hasn't taken anywhere near as much damage as he did in game 1.
That's correct. This is not the same thing as what we saw before.
Yeah, it's still bad. He's definitely lost a lot of drones. He's had to make a lot of circlings so far. And it is mech once again, by the way. But it seems like Leenock is switching up his unit comp a little bit here. Look at that. +2 melee, +1 range, roach speed, baneling speed.
Yeah.
I almost feel like we're going to watch a ZVP from 2 years ago.
Yeah. So more and more factories are coming out here now. TY's been able to stretch out pretty nicely here as Leenock's basically been on the defense. It's really cool to see that, you know, TY just keeps sending out these sometimes scrappy, sometimes pretty formidable little attacks. And he's really organized about how he comes in there. Like we saw those drones being transferred. That's when he went for the dive, saying, okay, that's your weak spot. Now, with this out on the map, is there going to be anything Leenock can do to try to slow down these bases? I don't think so, especially not with the Cyclones mixed in here.
You know what? But his unit comp is actually really good against Battle Mech. Like, Ling Speedbane Speed Roach is going to counter Battle Mech really, really well, I would say. He doesn't have those upgrades done quite yet, but when he does get them,
yeah,
this little group unit's going to have to back up. He's going to have to fall back into siege tanks.
Okay, he's already getting some of those siege tanks now, but hey, he did poke out that hatchery.
Yeah, that was nice.
And he's basically going to get away unscathed, so.
And he's on 4 base right now, but the siege tank count is going to be really, really low because he's been making Cyclones, and he's actually making 2 Thors for some harassment here as well. And while the Thor harassment should do really well against this type of unit comp, I feel like there is a little attack timing here for Leenock, where he can absolutely get in there and get some damage done. There's not enough siege tanks defensively.
Okay, this is the moment Leenock has to make this work. Oh, okay, I think TY might be being a little bit too cocky here. I mean, he should know after the third base is taken out, what he needs to do is defend, not keep doing damage. And with this army not positioned nice, this is bad. Let's see if Leenock can pull it off. Here we go.
Speedbane's coming up, actually picks up those Hellbats.
Yeah, he wants to get those away from the Banes so they can't connect efficiently. And he'll actually unload these when those Hellbats are a little bit lower. Here we go, unloading them now.
Yeah, really not bad connections there. The Vials start to go down as well.
By the way, one siege tank way in the back, making it harder to push as there are Queens indicating this is basically an all-in. CC's going to lift off, but bear in mind there's a third CC elsewhere there in the center right of the map. So, I mean, you have to make this work like now if you're Zerg.
Well, he can get in here and actually bile down tanks perhaps. Look at the SCV block though, fantastic. Biles do get rid of one of the tanks, but the Zerg army is starting to get thinned out.
Okay, he can start to juggle these Thors as if they were immortals. Oh!
Yeah, not too many units left over, but look, he kills 18 SCVs, gets rid of a bunch of the expensive tech units. Leenock continuing to produce roaches, though, on only 3 bases, so he's a little bit all in right now.
Well, the truth is, Artosis, TY has more workers, plus he's got the mules. So
yeah.
He's still got a more functional economy, but Leenock does have a lot of these Ravagers, and he can come in here, actually kind of faking him out to make it look like it's a Hellbat drop over that. So the Liberators are going to try to sneak out across the map, but this counter damage is going to be really bad if it actually manages to start hitting real drones here. It looks like TY might actually not be able to hold this. He's going to get his tanks really nicely spread out.
Yeah, he's getting 3 tanks at a time right now, though.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. The double Liberators coming in right now. Let's see. Leenock, this is basically his big chance, but I think there's too many siege tanks.
I think you're right, Artosis. Also, TY's doing a very good job keeping a safe distance from a lot of these Banes with the Hellions.
Yeah, he's trying to buy all these down, but the siege tank's just too powerful right now. Leenock just being butchered. Oh my gosh. GG.
GG. 2-0. Now, Leenock looked a lot better in that game. The problem is TY looks absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, he does. He does. He kept that pressure off. It seemed like he almost got a little bit too greedy, but Leenock unable to really finish him off there. So, I mean, very well done by TY. I'm got to say, though, I am feeling for Leenock.
Yeah.
Having come out of the hospital and all this, and I mean, he's been playing so well this season.
This
and
sucks.
Everyone's even, all the pros too have been talking about it. It's like, normally I'd just say Leenock, but he's actually really good right now. Like, every pro has said that in their interviews when he's come up. So everyone's kind of on the same page that this guy is a badass right now, but tonight, 0-2 against TY. Now, one quick thing. TY has a ridiculously disgusting history of going up 2-0 and then losing 0-3.
That is true. Can Leenock actually pull it off? I mean, TY's play has just overall looked like if he was an RPG character, he just has higher stats and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Not exactly like TY seems to have any kind of clear weakness. Game 3's loaded up, guys. Either Leenock clean sweeps this or TY wins. And we're in game now, so let's do this. Game 3, Leenock, TY.
Match 3, fight.
He's got to win this next game, or he's out.
Leenock.
Good luck, Leenock.
Yeah.
Good health.
This man doesn't have a GSL victory yet. Could quietly win this season.
That's very true.
Splice. TY.
It's kind of funny when you think about that he actually does not have that GSL victory. He lost to Zest in the finals once. He gets to round of 8 pretty regularly. He was round of 4 last season, right? And Zest barely beat him. And then again, don't forget, like, Maru not nearly as confident in his TBT normally. So that could have been so differently, right? If one of Zest's proxy cheeses that he did to TY didn't work,
Yeah.
we might have had this guy being the defending champ right now, you know?
It's very true. Gosh, what an interesting situation here, because like TY is also one of those guys where we're like, is he the best? Like off and on, you know?
Absolutely.
Like Innovation too, where it's like sometimes we're not talking about him, and then it happens again in a season. We're like, oh yeah, no, of course, he's always a safe pick to win.
Those 3 Terrans, Stats, Dark, Rogue, those are generally
Maru.
the guys for last. Yeah, the 3 Terrans being.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
3 of those 4 horsemen. Beyond isn't there right now, but still very good. But
I think Beyond might have fallen off his horse and Gumiho got on it. He does not good at riding the horse, and it's all weird. It's all weird.
Gumiho might not have a horse, but I tell you what, he knows how to scare horses.
Gumiho might be like riding on a kangaroo right next to him.
Yeah, he does. A mech kangaroo.
Is he on the back or is he in the pouch?
He walks around with cymbals, man. You think you're a badass on your horse, he just bangs his cymbals together and your horse throws you off. So.
Artosis, I really want Leenock to turn this around, or at least get us to Game 5.
Yeah. If this is the way that his tournament ends,
it's a really, really tragic ending.
Yeah, but, you know, I regardless, either way, because he was talking about possible retirement and stuff like that, he's still young. Yeah. I hope that he can keep it up, because he's a very exciting player to have be a top-tier competitor. Because there's, you know, we have all sorts of different top-tier competitors, but he brings a different flavor of Zerg from the other Zerg players for sure, right?
Yes.
Sue is dynamite early and mid-game, right? Dark is so creative and mixes in aggressive and macro plays. You got Rogue, the ultimate late-game player. You know what you're missing there? A Leenock. A generally aggressive Zerg.
You're missing purple hair.
That's true.
He's the only guy who's cool enough to color his hair out here. You gotta have one of those guys. Otherwise, we don't have the right boy band look for our GSL players.
Yeah, Leenock, actually a former GSL finalist as well.
That's right.
That was one of my favorite finals ever, him versus Jockchi. Remember that?
That was great.
Was such a good finals. A lot of people don't think about that anymore.
Chachi lives by me.
He actually
I see
just
him walking
retired
around.
finally.
Yeah, but I see him walking around my neighborhood all the time. Sometimes it's like too far away for me to even say hi. It's like, oh, there he is. He's probably seeing me. It's like, there's that bearded caster.
And I say finally, I don't mean in a negative way. It's a lot of people were wondering for quite some time. But
I really do feel, though, for Leenock with this health thing, it reminds me, like, when StarCraft Remastered just came out and my hand was broken.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, well, this is just, there's nothing you can do. I guess I get to watch all my friends have fun.
Health is the ultimate controller of things.
That's right.
Unfortunate thing, but let's see how he does this game, right? He's having some roaches made right now. That's a lot of Hellions running in. I'm scared, Tasteless.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. Now, hold on, it's only been 3 kills. Oh my god, the Liberator's out. It is in range of a score. Oh my god. Okay. I think we're going to get to 20 kills here before this ends. In fact, I think it's going to get even worse.
Yeah.
So his trick is he has Hellions kill all the workers, and then Zerg doesn't have an economy.
Seems like a good strat.
Well, without those workers, as far as I can tell, there's no way to gather minerals and gas, and therefore no way to make an army.
Well, you still got 28 of them.
Yeah.
So he
The
loses.
same number as what was killed.
Yeah. Like, man.
Poor guy.
I don't think this is even how TY wanted it.
Well, this is also a little bit awkward for TY, right? It's like, oh, wow, I'm just crushing him. I mean, I am going to play my best. This is my job.
Thank God TY let us know that he felt like he had a cold this morning.
Yeah. I would have stayed quiet. I would have been like, oh, yeah.
It's a hard thing to complain about in the present company.
Okay. Stim is a-coming.
Yeah, he's just going into bio.
Stim Sim Salabim. Let's go.
Stim Salabim.
Oh, man. You ever watch Johnny Quest when you were a kid?
No, I didn't.
Oh, never mind. I mean, maybe he's not going to push right away. Maybe he's just going to set up and mass up. He is trying an alternative style, though. He's going for infantry.
Yeah. What do you think? Is he going to get? Yeah, melee. Okay. Well, I guess right now what we're doing is we're sitting and waiting and seeing if basically Leenock can get a couple insane engagements, right? You can't just kill the first Terran army when you've lost this many drones. You need to basically massacre their first 2 armies, and that can be a good way to come back. He's got his drone count up to something reasonable. He's getting upgrades. They're all a little bit late. The push is coming. He does not have an army. He's got 6 roaches.
Yeah. And with medevacs here and Stim done, I mean, this is pretty scary. He's going to try to come a little bit further forward, not before taking out every creep tumor in this location. Oop, just out of range of that one. Is he just going to loop back around?
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Nothing's making you do that. Now look, 1-1's going to be done. Combat shield's 10 seconds away.
Yeah, and he forces a huge amount of units out of Leenock at that point too, right? You're just trying to stay alive. Leenock continuing to try to stay alive. There's a scout medevac coming down.
TY's really handled his lead effectively. Like, he's not taking any risks. Says, I didn't get as many drones as I need to kill you, so I'm just going to regroup. It's okay. I'm going to get all this income from my 3rd base. You're going to try to set up your 4th base. And we have Ravagers being made here, which might make it tougher for the tanks to siege up and hit locations that the Ravagers can get their corrosive biles off.
I don't know if he even has enough units, though, to...
That's the overarching problem here.
Yeah, it's like Ravagers are cool, but you actually need a pretty big army to make this type of strategy work.
Usually when you see the Zerg beginning to lose a fight, it's when it's just the Ravagers remaining.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you can safely say this is probably over.
He had like 1 Baneling Connect that seemed alright. Okay. He has Baneling speed on the way. That's where that can really help you out. Maybe Terran makes a mistake. There's a big drop towards that main base.
So he's just going for the main, boys.
Yeah, he's got a lot there, too. He's got that 1 corrosive bile from the low ground. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's
forces
pretty
him
cute.
up. All right.
However, there's another drop coming through here. I believe it's at the 3rd base. Yep. Okay, some Marauders, some Widow Mines here. This is a pretty tricky little location for Zerg to try to break. And I think that Terran might try to re-push in here from the top.
Pulls his drones pretty quickly. Doesn't take too much damage right there.
Meanwhile, TY is clearing the creep, rotating through. You know, Leenock's hanging on. I mean, it is still just TY on 3 bases. He is massing up a lot. You know, it's not just the bases you want to watch for when you're looking at the Terran, it's the upgrades they're getting too. And how their army is just overall becoming stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely has stayed on top of that, but the 2-2 from Leenock is not that far behind, which is pretty neat. And if he can get his macro going enough, you know, you get a nice sizable Lingbane army. You can hold off Terran for quite some time.
And that's what Leenock's going to have to do this time around.
Yeah. What's Leenock's next step? Because we don't see an infestation pit yet, nor do we see higher tech. I think what we're going to see from Leenock is he's going to hit the 2-2. He's going to try to kill the army that comes out, because this is an obvious 2-2 timing from... well, anytime you go bio against Zerg, unless something really weird happens, you're going to hit a 2-2 timing. But if he can stomp that, I think we're just going to see a big counterattack. That's maybe Leenock's plan here.
Hey, I would love to see it. You got these tanks are chiseling away at that army. Yeah. So many different angles that TY can try to attack into now. Also, this 4th base spot is actually pretty hard to counterattack. But I guess that's what Leenock's game plan is. That or go for a flank.
Medivacs flying through. Looks like they want to get some more harassment done. The army's kind of passing each other right now. So that's going to be a free kill probably on the 4th base of Leenock, but he's going to get a free kill on this 4th.
Thing is, the Banelings are going to be used to take out some of those workers, which means he might not have enough Banelings to actually have a fight here. TY supply blocked at 176.
If he can come down, flank this army, and kill it, even if he loses that base, it gives him a shot still.
Not the best pickups here, but again, small little squads not being picked off yet. Reinforcements on the way. It's just Ravagers and 2 Roaches.
Oh boy, I don't know if that's going to work out well.
Oh my god. Just completely massacring that. And I believe that base in the center right, that one's almost dead, right? Yeah, for sure. He can run for these Banelings for days.
Ugh. Now, throwing down the biles, not going to get any to connect. Gets out with a small chunk of that army that went up there. Those units haven't scaled well anyways, only getting the carapace upgrades.
Yeah, guys, it's all down to these Banelings here, you know? If he doesn't get good connects here, it's going to be bad. And I mean, the thing is, TY just keeps expanding. He keeps growing. He keeps the pressure on. Okay, but these tanks, unattended.
All right, the Widow Mines aren't as bad as they could have been, and even the Siege Chink hits, not as bad as they could have been. Clearing some of these mines.
That did TY overexpand here. Did he get a little bit too cocky? I mean, the Zerg army is beginning to push him back.
Yeah, it's so small, though. Over time, Terran Micro is so good against this type of army. Leenock trying to hold it together. Still got a decent worker count. He's got good upgrades. Not for too long, since 3-3 is on the way, though, for his opponent.
Okay, continuing to kite here.
Oh!
I feel like Leenock's pushing in so far, but then he doesn't know where to bring his army when it actually gets up there, you know? He's like, I'm in, I got inside your area. Ah, let's go over here. Oh my god, there's nothing there to protect that.
Hey, the Bile's actually doing a pretty decent job of zoning things for him. Oh gosh, a lot of drones have fallen as well, though.
The thing is, Terran will live through this attack back at home. There's no way that it's going to end the game. Yeah. I don't know if Leenock can recover economically, though, from the damage TY did with the counter drops.
Looks like
no queen, no base. GG!
Well, kind of a disappointing end to this tournament for Leenock, but you know what, TY? You don't want to take anything away from him, right?
No,
He's gotten a round of 4, second time in a row. He plays against Neeb in this next round, so that's going to be a very interesting match.
Man, well, that's a sad ending for Leenock, but, you know, that's part of the drama here at the GSL, you know?
Yeah.
All these guys care so much and try so hard, and only one gets to have that trophy, you know?
Unfortunately, it won't be Leenock this time, and I'm pretty sure that this locks him out of getting to BlizzCon, unfortunately.
Oh, God, that's right.
It's too bad, because there was...
I wasn't even thinking about that part.
A round of 8 and a couple round of 32s is not going to do it for you. Even winning Super Tournament, I don't believe will be anywhere near enough for him. I'll double check on that. before we hit there. It's too bad. He's in great shape right now, and I hope he can continue that into next year.
We are going to have an interview with TY and see how he feels.
4강에 성공한 전태양 선수 바로
Two
만나보겠습니다.
consecutive semifinals, says Gary. Congratulations. Thank you.
네, 다시 한번 축하드립니다. 2연속 4강 소감부터 들어볼게요.
일단
So,
오늘
now that you've done this
굉장히
twice,
어려운
what are your
생각을
thoughts?
하고 와가지고
2 times in a row.
기대를 안 했는데
I thought it was going to
이렇게
be a really tough
4강
series today, so I'm a little bit surprised I advanced so quickly.
GSL에서는 올해
So,
결승
obviously I'm very
무대를 밟아본
happy.
적이 없어서 이번에는 꼭 결승 가서 좀 멋진 무대.
I really want to stand on the final stage of the GSL, so this is really important to me that I advance this time around.
전태양 선수도 참 사연 많은 선수였거든요. 그런 8강 중에서 가장 역대급으로
People say quarterfinals is where your ceiling is at.
어떠셨어요?
Today seemed like the easiest advancement to the quarterfinals that we've ever
볼
had.
수도 있지만 근데 동영이가 워낙 큰 수술을 해가지고
Sure, I
그런
suppose you could say this was
부분에서
easy,
많이 말린 것 같아요. 연습 때는 제가 레더에서
But Leenock had a big
이동현
operation and,
선수한테 굉장히 많이 져가지고
sure
정말
that didn't help
잘한다는
him.
느낌을 굉장히 많이 받았는데 아무래도
I can tell you that when I
큰
face him on the
수술에
ladder,
좀
I actually lose
후유증이
against
경기에
him all the
나타나지
time.
않았나 그렇게
So,
생각해요.
네.
I mean, I
전태양
would chalk this
선수의
up to a surgery,
장염증도 있었는데요.
unfortunately.
그 장염의 영향이 다음 경기에는 미치지 않을까 혹시나 또 걱정이 되는데.
사실 저는 그 초기 증상이어가지고 그렇게까지
But you had a
심한 건
stomach ache
아니고
too. You were complaining about your health.
그 수술을 받은 거 아니라서 괜찮고요.
네.
I don't think there's a good comparison there.
컨디션 관리만 잘 하면은
Leenock surgery and me having a stomach ache before I got in here.
4강까지 할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
네. 전태양 선수의 4강 상대는 정해졌습니다. 이병렬 선수가 아니라 닙 선수인데요. 이미
He says
16강에서
also, as long as I manage my condition well, so I should be able to play fine.
뚫고 올라온 전태양 선수예요.
So you're going up against Neeb in the quarterfinals.
닙 선수를 만나게 된 점은 어떠신가요?
사실 대부분 사람들이 오늘 이병렬 선수의 승리를
He played against this really strong Protoss.
했는데 닙 선수가
you're going to.
이기는 걸
What's your take
보고서도
on him?
깜짝 놀랐고 좀 닙 선수가 굉장히 열심히
I was pretty
하는
shocked
모습을 많이
when
보여줘서
Neeb won today, especially against a
되게
player like Rogue.
힘든 싸움이 될 것 같고요.
I know for a fact he trains really hard. I think it's going to be really, really tough for me.
흘러가서 프로토스전이 굉장히 힘들다는 생각을 많이 하는데 주어진
Whenever I
시간
play
내에
best of
준비해야
sevens,
이길 수 있을 것 같아요.
네.
I always feel like
오늘
it's just going to come down to race balance.
WCS-KR
So I'm just going to have to practice hard and prepare hard, which I'll do.
한 발짝 한 발짝 더 다가가고 있습니다. 팬들에게 앞으로의 한마디 들어보겠습니다.
So you rank 7 on WCS points.
작년에 이병렬 선수한테 지고 거의
And also any words to your fans?
그 4강에서 블리즈컨
So the last season when I lost against
거의 두
Rogue,
달을 정말
I couldn't make it to the finals.
이번 블리즈컨은 꼭
Excuse me, to make it to BlizzCon, I was
사실 올해 제가 그렇게
pretty devastated, to be honest.
잘 벌진 않았거든요.
I was pretty depressed.
그래서
And
올해는
this year,
좀
I didn't feel like I don't think I've won enough prize money this year, which is frustrating. Hopefully,
GSL 우승 상금부터
yeah.
전태양 선수가
hopefully, even though I didn't have a great start of the
가져가는
year,
모습
I'll
볼
have
수
a good
있을까요?
ending.
다시 한번 4강 진출 축하드리겠습니다.
Once again, congrats, TY. Thank you.
네, 스플라이스 전태양 선수 만나봤는데요.
Oh, Tosis. Let's forget about this Leenock TY thing and remember that Neeb is in the Final Four.
Yes.
And America is going to win the GSL.
That's what truly matters.
And we're going to call it the America StarCraft League, and it's going to be really confusing because we already have ASL, all right? There's just 2 ASLs, and you just don't know which one it is until you turn on the stream and find out what's happening.
Anything can happen from here on out. Look at this, guys. Sunday is our next match. Do not forget it. That is not our normal time.
Yeah.
That is also the day that ASL starts, so definitely tune into that. And there's no Zergs left in the tournament, by the way.
Zerg
Both
is
of them
extinct.
eliminated today,
Unfortunately.
Whoa.
Jinx.
It's almost like we both would like full racial distribution.
Yeah. At the exact same time. Maro vs. Gumiho, that's going to be a lot of fun. Zest for stats. Good mirror matchup day.
Yes, it will be. And
Excuse me.
I don't know. I guess we'll just see. It'll be a TVP on that side, a TVP on this side.
Yeah.
And who knows in the finals, maybe a TVP there. But maybe a PvP.
Yeah, that's actually, is that all? That's all we can do, right?
Well, it could be a TVT.
Technically.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be, though.
I don't know either.
I don't know what happened to our casting at the end. I don't know.
I'm so sad that Leenock's season ended like this with a health problem.
I feel weird, man. It's really sad because, you know, we've been casting him for like 8 years.
This
And
is
it
one of
looked
those.
like he was playing so well, and it's not TY's fault. It's nobody's fault, and
I feel like
kind of
it-
reminds you that these
yeah.
pros are humans.
It-
They're not just the heroes that people want them to be on when they watch their games.
It's a good news, bad news day, right?
Right.
It's like you want the good news or the bad news. The good news, Neeb. The bad news, Leenock.
I wish we had
It's how the cookie
started out
crumbles.
with the bad news and then gone to the good news.
That would have made it more epic.
Yeah.
Having the good news, then going into really bad news. It's like always ask for the bad news first.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Actually, you know what I hate is people go, "You want the good news or the bad news?" And I'm like, "Don't ever talk to me like what is it? Just tell me what's happening."
yeah, if you know Tasis, you have to scream bad news at him the second you see him.
That's right. Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
This
By
was-
the way, Pylon show tomorrow morning, so check that out.
be there.
Yeah.
And I think we have a little bit more time before we're going to close it out, but
It's going to be a good week, Tasis. We got
right.
KSL next 2
KSL.
days. Then
That's
actually
gonna be-
nothing on Saturday. Then Sunday is
we're going to
a
have
double header here.
Saturday off. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, but
Normally
Sunday
we're down here bright and early, but this time Sunday.
GSL Code S, and then we have the ASL opening day.
In case you're wondering why we don't have a cast on Saturday, it's because the Asian Games are going on in Jakarta.
Maru's there,
Yep.
and we need him to do that round.
He's got to go kill it in Indonesia and then come back here.
Yeah, I think Castor Park's down there, and so is No Regret.
That's right.
Look at that.
It looks like it's good old Tastos is back here holding down the fort.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow on the StarCraft channel. And since Castor Park is not here, we have a new caster fill-in. He's just still
He
talking.
just wants to
Tosis.
talk. He's like, damn, guys, I wanted
All
it
right.
to be longer than this.
We are finally able to close it. Thanks for joining us, guys. We love you. We will see you tomorrow.
The story of his life, the cloud of anger left behind. Lights out the future, will we be buried deeper, flying high, or just the anger left behind?
Game activated.
There's a place at the end of the
road. 2018 GSL Season 3 Rock Shield.